Hello my loves, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is your girl Kensthetic with the Kensthetics, and I'm here with you guys today with a new video. In today's video, I wanted to get ready with you guys as well as do a little chit chat, a little life update, a little 1, 2, a little 3, 4. So if you guys are interested in seeing me beat my face and also give you guys some tea, some chit chat, then go ahead and keep on watching. Before we get started with today's video, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. We are almost at 25k subscribers, you guys. So if you guys are not already subscribed, please join the family. We do great things over here. We are very consistent, we are growing, and we are glowing, as you guys can see. So I would love for you guys to join me. Pause. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So I really want to focus on the chit chat aspect of today's video. I will link all of the products in order that they are used down below in the description box for you guys to check them out and shop these products. They'll also be linked on the screen throughout the duration of this video so you guys can easily reference what I'm using. You guys, these last few weeks have been crazy, like literally crazy. And the first thing that I want to speak about, which has been like an underlying issue in like everything else to come throughout the chit chat, is the fact that I have been dealing with really heightened anxiety. And it got to a point where I literally wasn't sleeping as much as I know I should have. Like I was just up thinking, my mind was racing, and I just felt like ridiculous in the morning because I'm like, I only slept for like 2 or 3 hours because my mind was racing so much. And after some self-reflection and just figuring things out during the last few weeks, the main source of my anxiety was caused by overthinking, which is something that I tend to do, especially in situations where I don't have control. It's crazy to think about because I am really trying this year. I told myself, or one of my goals for myself this year has been really to stop worrying about situations that you don't have control over, right? Like if there's something where you can control it or you have the option to make a difference or make a change, it makes sense, right? It's worth the energy. But if you do not have the control to change something, like me staying up late night overthinking and trying to, you know, make some things move and make some things shake isn't gonna work, because I literally at the end of the day have no control over the outcome of a lot of situations. So that was something that really challenged me throughout these past few weeks, is coming to that realization. Because it's one thing to say, why did my light just die? We're back. But I do feel like it's one thing to say that you're not going to worry about things you have no control over or not spend a lot of time on it. And then it's a whole nother thing when you are actually tested and you have to put to those words into practice, my love. Two different things, I'm telling y'all. So that was really stressing me out these past few weeks. The fact that there were so many like unknowns, and I literally had zero control over what the outcome would be. And I'm honestly not used to that, especially in the aspects of my life that related to. And it made me very nervous, very nervous. I feel like one thing about myself is that I do I'm gonna sit here and say a good job, but I also don't feel like it's a good thing. Like I do a great job not showing what I'm going through or not looking like what I'm going through, because at the end of the day, babes, I don't want to say life goes on, but life literally goes on. So I try not to focus too much on what's going on, especially when I'm surrounded by people or things or I'm vlogging. But behind the scenes, baby, when I'm laying on this bed at 10 p.m. by myself, best believe the thoughts are going crazy. I just washed my makeup brushes, so y'all should already know that today's beat is gonna go crazy, right? So for anyone who is, you know, battling anxiety, dealing with anxiety, I highly recommend to give yourself grace. It really bummed me because I really, like other times I've experienced anxiety, I feel like it's been something quick, but the fact that this has lasted literally weeks, and I won't say I'm over it, but I can finally, you know, see the light at the end of the tunnel. Because the past few weeks, honey, I was struggling. So I would say to give yourself grace and to understand that healing or grieving is not linear, and it looks different for everyone, and it looks different in every situation. So please understand that. Like when I got over those thoughts, or when I actually started to believe those things, I feel like it made everything a little easier. Because once I came to that realization, or I embedded those thoughts in my head, I stopped putting so much pressure on myself to feel like there's an expiration date on this feeling, or this is how I should, you know, like go about it. Or it's been, oh, I keep dirtying up my shirt, but it's really been a long process. And I know that some people go through this for years, so I'm not gonna sit here and make it seem like the weeks that I experience are the worst. But I do want to say that if you are someone who is battling anxiety or dealing with anxiety, seek help. Seek help. I definitely need to get back into therapy. That's one thing that I told myself I want to do before the end of this year. Honestly, I would sit here and say I don't have the time, but I'm a firm believer in you make time for what you want to make time for. So baby, when I tell you I will be back in therapy by the end of this year, please believe me. Another thing I feel like that has definitely helped me during this time has been leaning on my faith. I do believe, I'm a firm believer in everything happens for a reason. So I never question why me or why this. I truly believe that every experience is a lesson and a blessing. And that applies to both favorable and unfavorable experiences, not just the good. It's very important to realize I'm going through a little foundation frenzy right now, so I'm just trying things out to see throughout the next few weeks. But yeah, like whether a situation is favorable or unfavorable, I have been looking at it, everything as a lesson and a blessing. Through this time, like me speaking to God, like when I tell y'all I ain't never had this consistent of a streak of conversations with God. Like my streak right now, y'all worried about Snapchat streak, TikTok streak. My streak has been with my God. I have been speaking to him day in and day out. I have been reflecting with him and just, you know, having literally hourly, hour on the hour chats with my God. And I feel like even though my situation isn't as bad as it was before, I do find myself keeping up with those habits of leaning on God, speaking to God, and just becoming closer to God. So that's why I think every experience is a lesson and a blessing, because had I not gone through this, I don't believe that I would be this connected with him at this time. So this could have been him calling on me like, baby girl, don't forget I'm here, okay? Baby girl, talk to me. Tell me what's going on. And it's definitely been given that. So I'm very appreciative of the experience, even though it wasn't the most, it was eventful, but I guess favorably eventful. Dating update. As you guys know by now, your girl has a man. If y'all missed that life update, make sure y'all go back to the last chapter, because we not reiterating things. We are just moving on. But with me getting into a relationship now, I was kind of nervous because I was like, I am so like deep rooted in who I am right now and where I'm going and what I have going on, that I don't want to get distracted or, you know, lose time that I currently have allocated to the things that I have the ball rolling on, i.e. being consistent on my socials, i.e. doing everything I have to do for myself, like self-care, and just keeping up on the track of positive progress in my life. I was just like, I need to find or have time or allocate time to someone else. And a part of me was selfish thinking, right? I'm like, I'm so into myself right now. Like, how can I find time for someone else? But as I said earlier, you really find time for things that you want to allocate time to. So throughout the past few months, I definitely have learned how to balance myself and having someone else in my life and in my corner. So it's been great. And one thing I'm very proud of, and this is something that I realized looking or experiencing or just hearing other people's stories, is that when a lot of people get into relationships, they tend to lose themselves, whether that be not taking care of themselves as much or not focusing on their goals as much. And I thankfully can sit here confidently and say that that is not something that I have experienced at all, especially with this early transition of like being in a relationship. Like when you first get into a relationship, to me, everything is just like, it's like a honeymoon phase, right? It's like, oh my God, like everything is so glorious, and everything is still glorious. But my partner and I have found an equal balance of, my partner sounds like, I have this discussion with people all the time. Like, do y'all say my partner or do y'all say my man? Or when people say their partner, is that automatically assume that y'all get where I'm going? But either way, my man and I, we both establishing a healthy balance in our life between like relationship and work, relationship and hobbies, relationship and this, relationship and that. So we both understand like we're not gonna be texting all day. We don't have the time to text all day. So that's absolutely fine, because that's something that I am not capable of doing. Like, I don't have the time to sit here and text all day. I don't have the entertainment enough to text all day. Like, it's but so many times I'm gonna ask you what you doing and how your day is going. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that he is the same way too makes things way easier. And also, I love the fact that my personality has not became my man, my man, my man. I feel like that's something that a lot of girls fall into super easily. Like, when they get into a relationship or when they experience a transition in life, because it's not just a relationship. Sometimes it could be becoming a mom. Sometimes it could be starting a family or buying a home, whatever the case is. And that like kind of becomes somebody's personality just because it takes up so much of their time. But I'm just happy that I'm still myself. And even when y'all watch my vlogs, if y'all don't watch my life updates, y'all will probably not even really know I have a man. And it's not because I'm hiding it. It's just because this is not the purpose of my platform, right? The purpose of my social platforms is to remind you guys of the beauty of life, whether that be beauty content, whether that be travel content, whether that be lifestyle content, whether that be tech content, whatever the case is. I just constantly want to remind you guys that there's beauty in every aspect of life. And this is not a couples channel by any means. This is not a relationship channel. So I mention things here and there. If you catch it when I drop it, kudos to you. But for the most part, I'm not here to sit here and, you know, boast about my relationship or turn this into a relationship channel. So I hope you guys understand that and respect that. You guys are here, in my opinion, like, I built my community off of the strength of beauty is a beautiful thing. And I never want people to come here and feel like, oh my gosh, she has a man now, that's all she speak about. She has a man now, that's all she be doing. That's not me at all. And I always want my channels to reflect who I am at the time, where I am at the time. And yeah, so your girl's still in a relationship. I'm gonna put down some more concealer so it could dry down a little bit, y'all. A little update, because I know I did a review for you guys. This Sephora Best Skin Ever concealer, this is the previous one, this packaging, y'all. The new one does not compare. I'm sorry. The new one does not offer as much coverage as the old formula. And I'm so happy that I have backups of the old formula. And I kind of want to go on Kohl's to grab some more. But I don't know if you guys can see, I have some breakouts over here. And the other day I tried to conceal them with the new concealer. And when I tell y'all, it was not giving me any type of coverage. Like, it was out here telling all my business. I'm like, oh no, my OG Best Skin Ever concealer would never do me like that. So just to give you guys an update, the Best Skin Ever concealer, the new one, I'm most likely gonna return that because this one gives me way more coverage. So yeah. I have this blush from Danessa Myricks that I purchased almost a year ago, you guys, and I literally have never used it. So I kind of want to give it a spin. So this is the Danessa Myricks Yum Skin blush in the shade It Girl. This is beautiful pink shade, super cute. And I have became a blush girl, but I feel like now with this whole like painted by Esther phenomenon, I am exploring more with blushes. And I do want to give you guys like a painted by Esther makeup look. So that's coming soon on my YouTube channel. We're gonna start having more fun with makeup. So I hope you guys are ready for that. Let's put it on and see what it's giving. Okay. Okay. I haven't really tried a lot of Danessa Myricks products because her products have, I believe, fragrance in them. You guys know I don't use any makeup products that are not non-comedogenic and fragrance free. And I forgot what exactly is the discrepancy with her products that wouldn't complement my skin. So I'll put it on the screen if I do remember while I'm editing. But yeah, it looks good. very pigmented. I'm hoping that this does not break me out. So I'll keep y'all updated. It be taking me a while to try new things for y'all because I want to try things, see if it breaks me out, and then move on to the next thing. I don't like to move on too quickly because I feel like that's not giving the product a fair shot. So now we set. I'm using my LYS to set. I'm talking about eating. Okay, moving on with the life updates. I spoke to you guys about this briefly in my previous vlog, my most recent vlog. But yeah, when you turn 30, life in your 30s, honey, is real different. And I would say that it hit me the most in the friendship area. I am not a person who has like a whole bunch of friends. I have a few friends. I've had most of my friends for a majority of my life. Some of my friends are fairly new in my life, or like, you know, within the past few years. And I definitely feel like friendships in your 30s is different, because just like romantic relationships in your 30s, at least in my opinion, you know exactly what you want, you know exactly what you're looking for. And when it comes to friends, you see people's true colors faster than in your 20s. I feel like in our 20s, I don't know about y'all, but for me, it was like, I want to have a good time as long as this person is willing to have a good time and blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. But now it's like, nah, like, I don't want to look at my friends and think like, oh, these are my friends. Like, now I want to look at my friends and be like, these are like, that's my sisters. You know what I'm saying? So friendships in my 30s has definitely hit different than my friendships in my 20s. And something that I've really been honing into is believing people when they show you their true colors. A lot of times, especially in my 20s, I would be like, oh, they did this, but they didn't mean it, or they did this and they not really like that. And then later on, you experience something where it's like, had I listened to my instinct initially when they showed me who they actually were, maybe we would have never had to get to this situation, because we wouldn't even be, you know what I'm saying? We would even still be rocking with each other. So I definitely have been doing a better job at believing people when they show me who they are. And sometimes it hurts, and a lot of times it does hurt, because I hate to think, like, I really, really hate to think that people are not who I, in my head, believe for them to be. But it's like, I don't know why I feel like I should sit here and construct a person's character or construct a person's personality. Like, people are who they are, and you can't change that. When we were younger, maybe you could, you know, give people a little pep talk and do. But in my 30s, I'm not doing that. I'm not building a friend. This is not build a beer, honey. This is not build a beer workshop. This is real life. I have been doing a better job at just believing people when they show me who they are. And sometimes it's a favorable, you know, realization, and sometimes it's not what I think it is or it was gonna be. So it kind of hurts sometimes, but at the end of the day, it's not something that I feel like, or I know that I'm in control of. Once again, we see that pattern of control. Like, one thing about me is I'm always try to drive the boat. I'm always try to, you know, be in the driver's seat. And it's like, sometimes, girl, you gotta be in the passenger. Sometimes, girl, you gotta be in that back seat. You cannot always be in the driver's seat. And that's something that I really, really have been learning in my 30s. Okay, makeup is done for the most part. We did blush, we did bronzer. Do I wanna put more blush on? I'm trying to think. I kind of want to put some of this blush on. This is like my safe blush. This is the Lawless Pinch My Cheeks blush in the shade Valentine. This is my girl, okay? This right here is my girl. Her and I go together real bad. Real mother freaking bad. So I'm gonna just put a little bit of that on. And then I also need to, I'm also gonna put a little bit of bronzer on. And something else, I don't know if you guys remember from earlier or previous chit chat videos, but I always emphasize that I'm the type of person who, if I have a falling out with somebody or whatever, we stop speaking, like, I'm not the type of person who holds grudges and it's like, I'm never gonna speak to this person again. They're clipped, like, they could never, like, I'm not that type of person, because I do believe that people live, they make mistakes, they learn, like, we're all humans. So I never like close off a relationship, whether it be a friend or even romantic. If you know, you know. But I feel like a lot of people a lot of people who I thought I wouldn't speak to again have been back. And it's just really crazy because I know some people are like, I know a lot of people believe like people don't change. This person did something messed up, F them, F them, F them. That's not me at all, because as I mentioned, I do understand that people live and people change. And that's something that I wish that people took more into consideration about me growing up. Like, I feel like I was usually the person in school who was like, oh, she was bad, or like she did this. Like, I was a bad girl in school, y'all. Like, when I tell y'all I was my mother's problem child, please believe me. So as I have seen myself evolve from my earlier days to a day like today, I know, and I'm a true testament that people live, they learn, they change. So I never cut people off and I'm like, oh, I'm not going to speak to this person because they did this in their past, or this is what they're known for. Like, people live and they learn and they change. So I never like rule anybody out. But as of late, a lot of people who I was friends with and like, you know, whatever happened and we fell out or things just ended up phasing out, they have returned back. And I don't see anything wrong in it. Like, as long as parties are able to hold each other accountable and understand what was wrong and understand how we move forward from it, I'm willing to give relationships another chance. My only thing is that if we speak about something and it happens again, at that point, I can't continue the relationship, because what we just spoke about, what did we just speak about? Yeah, this YSL mascara is literally undefeated. Like, YSL Lash Clash mascara. This is in the shade 01 Black. Literally all you need. Like, and you try to do your bottom lashes. Ooh. You try to do your bottom lashes, but you always make a mess with the original one from the mascara. Here's my little hack, okay? And don't go up in Sephora getting all the tanks and leaving them for me. But I get these little wands from Sephora. They're in like the little sampling section. And I bend the end so that I can have more control over getting up in there. I take the original wand from the mascara and dab that on it. And then I take this wand and boom, super cute, super easy. So little makeup hack in case y'all want to do bottom lashes but you don't trust your hands, try that out. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take my hair down and throw on a lip, and I'll be right back. So here is the final makeup look. I went ahead, I took my hair down, and I did a lip combo today. I used this new Lawless Love Shack Fancy Lip Gloss in the shade Happy Thoughts with my go-to brown lip liner, Makeup Forever lip liner in the shade Limitless Brown. And this lip combo was so cute that I was like, hold on now, I need to throw on a little highlighter. So I did put on a little bit of my Dior Nude Glow lip liner, my Dior Nude Glow highlighter, because I just felt like the lips is so like holographic that it needed like a little bit of dimension on the face to balance it out, and I'm literally obsessed. So if you guys didn't see my swatch video of these Lawless Love Shack Fancy lip glosses, check it out on my YouTube shorts and on my TikTok. But I look so cute, like, damn, I look good. But overall, life has been a balance of favorable and unfavorable. I feel like that's a reoccurring trend that we have noticed in this video. But through it all, I'm blessed, I'm thankful, I'm grateful for everything. And I want to continue doing these chit chat videos with you guys just to give you guys more updates on a frequent basis. And just provide you guys with the lessons I'm learning through life while I'm learning them and after I'm done learning them, so that you guys can see how I navigate these situations that come into my life, and hopefully this can help you guys out too. So I hope you guys enjoyed chitting and chatting with me and getting cute. I feel so cute. But I love you guys so, so much. Remember that you are beautiful. Remember that you are worthy. Remember that you are blessed. And remember that you are here for a purpose and that God loves you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love you guys so, so much. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you guys keep coming back for more. Turn on the bell notifications. I love you guys so, so much. And I'll see you guys in my next one.